You're listening to the Dude What podcast, where we review bad media and have a laugh while enjoying beer with your host, Harry and Tomo. Enjoy the show.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Dude What podcast. My name's Harry Dowling, and as always, I'm joined with my best friend and my co-host. He's pretty much the sidekick to my superhero, the Robin to my Batman. It's the one and only T-Lad. How the hell you doing, man?
Yeah, I'm doing good, bro. I've recently been exercising quite a bit.
Oh, yeah?
Which is out of the normal for what I normally do.
That's good to hear, man.
Because I've got quite a few things coming up. Well, I'll say a few things. Mostly I'm going like mountain biking, go-karting, and camping.
Oh, yeah, so you
were...
were...
the same free day, I'm free over 2 days.
Yeah, you were saying about this. So, like, what's the reason you're going again?
It's Robbo's birthday.
Oh, yeah.
So we're going to go just celebrate that by going, just having fun doing that.
So I think he's done that before, hasn't he? Like, gone on...
We've been mountain biking before.
Yeah, that was it.
We've been, like, Tough Mudder.
Oh, yeah. So when you went mountain biking for his birthday last time, did you, like, stay over? Are you staying somewhere this time?
I don't remember if it was his birthday, but I just remember going mountain biking with him.
Oh, okay.
I stayed because he had a free house as well at his, so we stayed over his, and he had one of his mates round from Banbury.
Nice.
It's pretty cool.
So, like, this place you're going to, is it, like, is there somewhere you're staying, or is it...
I'm not entirely sure. It's been in the group chat, but I haven't really acknowledged a lot of it.
Oh, right, yeah. To be fair, me either.
Yeah.
But
well, no, it's a different group chat.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it's like one between, like, me, Robbo, his mate, Callum and Will, and Tom.
I'm notoriously bad at replying to messages. Everybody knows that.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I see the message and I think I'll reply to that in a little bit. Yeah. And then I just forget and it's gone.
I don't do that. I'm not like that. I said if someone's asked me a question, I have to reply.
Yeah.
It's like I have to.
It
plays on my head. That's my ADHD though.
Well, that sounds pretty cool, man. When's that?
Next weekend.
Oh, nice.
So it's not that far away.
Yeah. Have you got a decent bike? I don't remember you having a bike.
We're hiring them.
Oh, okay, cool. What sort
of
bikes?
We did it last time, like really good, like really, like just I don't know, just really awesome mountain bikes. Yeah, cool. There's expensive ones.
Nice.
So pretty good.
That sounds good.
How have you been? What have you been up to?
Well, to be fair, like I've done not a whole lot, but sort of a little bit more than I have been. So like it's been good. I've been playing a bit more Xbox now. Sort of settled in a little bit more, even though we've got a little bit of an issue with like the electrics, but yeah, just sort of been playing a little bit. I reinstalled that Avengers game that came out.
Nice.
Do you remember that one? It came out and it was like an absolute bomb because it just, I don't know, it's just crap. It was just the same thing over and over again. Anyway, I bought it like day one and played it through on the old Xbox, but since I've got this new Series X. Yeah, like I haven't played it, so I've just been playing a bit of that, getting really into it. One thing that I noticed from that, though, is I saw that you could get outfits from the movies in the game, because one of the reasons why the game did badly was because they made the cast look completely new, as opposed to making it sort of look like the films.
Yeah.
And, like, bringing in all those fans. And, like, as sort of, like, a bit of an apology, they've made some of the outfits in the game. So I was like, oh, it's going to be cool to play as that now, No, you've got to pay for it. It's about £8.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Why do you want to pay £8 for
each?
That?
And there's like
how many?
There's like how many Avengers there are. Each suit is not just a bundle pack with all the suits.
It's just each suit.
Yeah,
that's ridiculous.
That is crap. That's sort of insult
so
to
much
injury.
so much money out of, say, like when kids play that game, like the kids want to get that suit, so it's like, oh, it's only £8, and then it adds up.
And today actually had a little bit of drama go on. I had to take my bike for its MOT. Thought it would breeze it. Nah, failed. Luckily, not a big job. I managed to roll into town to a real decent little mechanic, and he sorted it out for me. Went back up, past the MOT, and yeah, it's just a lot of riding around basically today.
Nice.
And
yeah, obviously without that getting it fixed, you wouldn't have been able to make it.
Yeah, it would have been tricky. Like, it's weird how even the mechanic was saying, like, it's weird how much you rely on your transport kind of thing.
Until
And as
when it
soon as
stops
that's gone,
working,
yeah. I mean, I still have my bicycle, as you know. Last
Your electric
year,
bike.
yeah, I used to cycle to and from work every day. It's like a 20-mile trip one way. Takes about 2 hours. It was a killer. But there was sort of something real nice about waking up really early and getting out and about. But it definitely got old really fast.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad as soon as the weather turned and it was a bit warmer, I could get back on the road. And,
Yeah.
That was great.
Nice.
But then, man, there was something I wanted to say, and I thought people should know, just because it's, I don't know, fun. Every time I come around yours, even if I'm making a cup of tea or something, and I open the fridge to get the milk, your fridge is always stacked.
Yeah.
It's always stacked.
We always have food.
Like, today I opened it, and there's just a big bowl, a really big bowl of jelly. Just made jelly. And then I thought, what the fuck, you know?
And underneath that is like just a cake.
Yeah, a full-on cake. I look down. It's just always stacked, man. You've always got good stuff. It's like you always get it and you never eat it, because a lot of time it's like the same stuff.
Yeah.
The hell? I would snack on all of that. It'd be gone. Just be gone.
Yeah.
Fridge would last me a couple of days, man.
Yeah, but I live with my parents, so it's different.
Yeah. True. But yeah, that was basically my week, man. I mean, I know I said that sounds like it was a lot of stuff, but with working as well.
That's quite a lot of stuff, yeah.
Well, I think it's that time, dude. I think it's time that we go into my favourite segment, and everybody's favourite segment. It's What Are We Drinking? What are we drinking? So for this week's What Are We Drinking, the segment where I choose a mystery beer, bring it to the podcast, and we just sort of review it. You know, just an extra little thing.
Yeah, man.
I know last week I chose quite a basic one, and I said, you know, I'm not going to choose something like a Bud or a Bud Light. I think that's a quote. Well, we had really good weather again today, and even though it's still sort of summertime here at the time of recording this, and we've been having good weather, we've also been having a lot of bad weather. But today was fairly decent, and I just thought along the same lines of what we did on the last episode of what do I really like to drink on a hot day. And I had to choose it. I mean, it was obvious that it was sort of going to come up at some point, I think, on this. Although, you know, it's not that mystery. Anyway, it is. Of course, it's a Corona. Probably the number one of, I don't know, like just the number one choice of beer.
Yeah.
At least for the last couple of years. You see it everywhere. It's advertised everywhere. It's so easy to just buy. It's always on offer. The boxes, you know, even if it's not like a great deal, it's, you know, a round number. So like, you know, I just had to choose it. And also, like, this bottle is ice cold. They're ice cold. They're perfect to just go for it. So excuse me 1 minute, everybody, while I just crack this bottle open.
Ugh.
It's classic.
It's classic, but it's got like a pungent aftertaste.
Yeah, you don't like it?
No, not really.
I think it's one of the nicest, like, Mexican lagers.
Yeah.
Because you've got that and Sol, which is
Sol's
pretty
quite
good. But
popular.
Sol was also just one of those tastes that reminds you of, like, young drinking. And that's definitely one of them from when we used to buy just boxes and boxes of Sol. But I definitely prefer a Mexican lager over, like, an American lager, I think.
Yeah.
And one of those with, unfortunately we haven't done it, but one of those with a, you know, a lime wedged into it, how you see it, ice cold, it just hits the spot.
Yeah, man.
Have you also seen, there's that video that went viral, and it was those people making a cocktail out of a Corona? Did we make one for you?
I don't think so.
Oh, so we saw this video, and basically it just involves some, like, grenadine, a lot of rum. I think you're supposed to, like, drink it down to the label. You add, like, grenadine, rum, pineapple juice or something, and you basically turn a regular bottle of Corona into a cocktail. And it's good. Like, it's strong. But, well, I say Fee made it, and really good, really strong. you can't drink many of them. I think I managed like 2 before I was just like, nah, I really don't want any more of that. But you might like it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, would you buy it, dude?
No, I wouldn't buy it.
You wouldn't buy this?
No. Like, you see it, like, quite common, like, people just go in the shops and just get Corona.
Yeah.
Like, even my colleague
It
was,
is
like,
everywhere.
got Corona.
It's, I mean, like, it, you know, Fast and Furious and all that stuff.
Yeah,
It's everywhere. It's huge. It's probably one of the biggest beer companies in the world.
Yeah.
Gotta be.
I mean, with the recent events, they've sort of, like... I remember they took a hit from it.
They actually did, didn't they, in the pandemic? Yeah. I think at the beginning, anyway, then people sort of...
realised that... Getting to their senses.
Yeah, like, obviously.
Yeah.
But it's just unfortunate that. So, I mean, I would buy it. We do buy it quite often.
Yeah.
It's one of Fee's favourite lagers. She always likes a lime in it. Every time.
I think when I was round... Was it round yours? I had... Was it Sol or that?
It could have been either.
And you had limes.
Yeah.
You were putting limes in it.
That's what I mean. It's the limes is like an every time thing.
Yeah, so they have to.
It's got to be done. Unfortunately, we don't have it now, but these are ice cold, and I'm sure that if there's some choppy editing later, it's probably because we've cracked more bottles and we're just working our way through this. So, what would you rate it, man?
I'll give it a 7. Not that bad.
7's good.
Yeah, it's not that bad. Got a gross aftertaste to it, but it's like bearable.
Yeah, I think it's fairly standard, or that might just be because I'm so used to the taste of it.
Yeah.
7's good. I think I would probably give it the same. I don't think it really deserves an 8, but it's better than a 6. So, yeah, 7. I think that was a really fair choice. Fair score. Like you said, you basically said everything. But I don't think I necessarily agree with the gross aftertaste thing. I quite like the aftertaste.
Yeah, but as in again, you've been like more used to it, haven't you?
Yeah, definitely. Well, Corona, it's got fairly good scores from both of us.
Yeah.
It's a fairly good lager. Probably someone's favourite. It's that popular.
Oh yeah.
I think that was what are we drinking? What are we drinking? Tasty beverage.
Yeah, not too bad. Okay, now we got my segment where I ask everyone a question.
Oh yeah.
It's Tomo's Impossible Questions.
Tomo's Impossible Questions.
Okay, so the premise of this is basically I'll ask you a question. I'll just say a question, and you have to see if you can answer it. It's usually one that's quite hard to answer. Usually it can go either way.
It definitely does, doesn't it? There's been a couple recently where
it's easy to get.
Well, also, but like you've like properly stumped us.
Yeah. That last episode.
The last one was hard, man.
Yeah.
So, if you get any of these, or you understand it, you can send us an email, dudewhatpodcast@gmail.com. Get on the
Instagram.
Yeah, get on the Instagram page at dudewhatpodcast. Speakpipe.
Speakpipe, yeah. www.speakpipe.com/dudewhatpodcast. Send us a message on there. Let's literally just record a message, like leaving a voicemail.
Yeah.
And we'll react to it on the next episode.
I'm saying, like, give us the answer, send us the answer, and we'll feature you basically. Yeah. So, what have you got for us this week, T-Lad?
All right. So, first question: why do they say that you have a cold when your temperature goes up?
You what? So
it's like you have
a cold, and your
temperature's hot.
Oh, okay, I get you.
So it's like, how is it cold?
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird because a common cold is called a cold.
Cold, but you get a temperature from it.
I wonder why it's called a cold.
Yeah.
Because for that reason, it mustn't be. Surely it mustn't be because of your symptoms, because you get hot and fevery and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's interesting.
Yeah, that one's quite. Yeah, because it's quite interesting. Yeah, because if you get a cold.
Yeah.
You get hot, so.
Yeah. I mean, maybe it's because, like, people often think that getting a cold is related to being cold, but that isn't the case at all, is it?
No.
Common cold is like obviously like it's a virus, is it?
Yeah, you can just get it without being cold.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But people still think that, like, oh, don't go out with wet hair.
As soon as you go cold, yeah.
You'll get a cold. But
it's multiple ways it can happen.
Yeah. No, that's good, man. Say, everyone, let us know what you think.
Yeah. Let us know in the comments.
So, you said question 1. You got a second one for us, dude?
Yeah, man, I certainly do. If you hate haters, does that make you a hater, or will you hate yourself?
Okay. If you hate haters...
Yes.
Well, if you hate haters, then surely you are a hater, because you're a hater of haters. But what's the last bit?
Then you hate haters. So
Yeah.
you hate... So that means... Does that make you hate yourself?
Yeah.
Does that mean you hate yourself?
Yeah, I guess it would make you hate yourself.
So that's
'Cause
quite like a...
You are ultimately in this cycle of hating.
Yeah.
So
it's just a vicious cycle of hating on people who are hating on you. Like,
exactly. You're hating haters that makes you a hater, so you hate yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That's good.
Yeah, so obviously, if anyone else has the answer to that, just let us know in the comments.
Yeah. I think that's a good one, man. That's like one of the Instagram Tomo's questions worthy.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Because funny as well.
Yeah.
I like it. Those were a couple of really good choices, man.
Yeah, man. Cheers, bro.
Probably one of my favourite TIQs so far, man.
Yeah, man.
That was a good episode.
That was really good, yeah. So, anyway.
Tomo's Impossible Questions. That was great, man. But, as always, you know that we get together, we do this podcast, we crack open some beers, we kick back, we download, or we watch a bad movie, or, do something. We're hopefully going to start playing some games soon. We've got that, all set up, basically ready to go.
Yeah, I've got everything.
We've got some banging games that we're going to play, so we're looking forward to that. Last week we did adverts.
Yep.
Which I sort of was, I'll be honest, man, I sort of was a little bit unsure of it, about the sort of format change when we're doing it.
But the way we did it was quite good. Yeah,
but obviously I listened through all of them because I badly edit all of these afterwards. And yeah, I thought it was pretty good. So we're sort of waiting on hearing back from people as to what they thought of that.
Yeah.
So whether or not we do another one of those adverts. But yeah, last week it was adverts. This week we thought we should go back to doing a just proper
normal
film.
Back to roots.
I suggested a musical. Tomo, of course, shot it down.
I was like, not again. Not for the third time. For now. We can just go back to a standard normal film.
I don't know what Tomo has against musicals. Your eyes will be opened by the end of this podcast. By the time we decide to finally finish this podcast, man, you're going to be an absolute diehard lover of musicals. And hopefully we'll have been to see a few musicals.
No.
Because I was going to message you, right? Because do you remember we spoke to Steve about going to see Rocky Horror?
Oh, yeah.
Well, they're actually touring at the moment.
God.
At the time of recording this, they're touring. And it would be great if we went. You'd love it.
Hell yeah. Actually, hell no. Wait, what am I saying? No.
But, so you shot down the idea. I said, fine, you choose a film then, dude. And you did choose a film, and we watched it. I didn't know anything until Tomo told me what the name of it was. So what was the name of it, dude?
It's Alone in the Dark. It's from 2005. It was directed by Uwe Boll.
Yeah,
I feel like Boll. I butchered that, but I feel like there's no other way you can really say it.
Yeah, you just got to go for it on that one.
Yeah, it's actually just commitment.
I think you got it.
Okay, yeah, sweet. Basically, it's got a 2.4 out of 10 on IMDb.
Ooh. That's bad.
Yeah.
That's really bad.
And if anyone else wants to know, it was a budget of 20 million.
Okay.
It got 2.8 in opening. 2.8 million in opening, which is not good.
Damn.
And it got 10.5 worldwide.
Damn.
So that's...
Well, total gross.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So that's about what? Yeah, they lost 10.5 mil.
It didn't do well, basically. It did
well,
not
no, they
do
lost 7.5, wouldn't it be? Because of the 2.8 and the 10.5 combined.
Yeah.
So it's still bad.
But I immediately thought, I've heard of this actually. It's based off a video game, like a really bad video game that I played ages ago, and the game was just so crap. Like, what I remember about it was that it was so slow. You had to manually blink every couple of seconds.
Yeah, I've never played it. I've heard about it.
Your eyes would gum up and you had to blink. It was crap. You had to craft things on the fly, and the monsters were really hard. The camera angles were weird. I just remember it being bad. I don't think I finished it.
Yeah.
So I sort of was thinking it's a bit weird that they would make a film after this game, because I remember the game as being bad the whole time. Like, it came out and it was bad. It wasn't like it was loved.
Yeah.
So that's a bit strange. Maybe there's some other, like, Alone in the Dark media or books or something like that made them want to make this. But
yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, the film stars Christian Slater as our main hero guy.
He's also joined by Tara Reid.
Tara Reid's in this, yeah.
Terrible actress.
Yeah, I mean, bad. Really bad.
Yeah. But we'll get into that.
There's a few other actors in this, not really anyone you've seen before.
Not really noticeable names.
It was, well, I was going to say low budget. It wasn't low budget, but it sort of felt low budget.
Yeah.
The film starts off with a black screen, and then immediately that screen is filled with scrolling text, and we're talking like paragraph after paragraph after paragraph of full explanation as to what's going on.
Yeah, it's like the whole story.
Complete backstory with a guy narrating it, and it was just...
We were expecting it to be like, what, 10 seconds, 20 seconds.
It just kept coming.
And I swear it felt like a minute of just text.
I reckon it was longer than that, man. It was so long. Black screen text, this guy reading all this stuff. Oh, it was so much that
it's hard to keep up.
Exactly. You just got bored with it.
Yeah, there's so much information at once. He was like, what the fuck?
The film opens after that with Christian Slater. It's revealed that he's like one of these special children that got out of this like experiment thing. He's giving like cool monologues in his sort of, kind of unique like Christian Slater voice, typical like American voice. Looking all bad man in his long coat, like flowing around in the wind the whole time. Straight away, he's like getting off a plane, and he starts getting chased, doesn't he? Like in the taxi scene.
Oh yeah, he gets in it because it was like just before he was saying, like I think it was the old guy that was like on the phone to someone in the taxi, and he was like, take him out. He was like, get the item, and he said, and kill him.
Oh, the old bad guy.
Yeah. He was like, kill him. So he gets in a taxi, and then he gets followed by another taxi. Yeah. He gets like chased down
with this massive bald guy in it.
The bald guy looks like a hitman. He looks like fucking Agent 47.
Yeah, he does, but like overweight.
Yeah, but budget Agent 47.
Yeah.
Wish version.
It's like chasing him down. They managed to like spin the guy's car out, basically.
Against a van.
Yeah, Christian Slater's taxi gets T-boned by this guy, who then proceeds to get out the car.
There's a bit. I remember the bit just before the jump that he does when he gets out of the taxi.
Oh god, yeah.
It's like as the car's racing towards it, he like opens the back door and then jumps out, and it's like so terrible.
Yeah, like bad slow motion.
And then
they then have like a fist fight.
Yeah.
And I wrote down in our load of notes that we always write down that like the action is so like over the top and like out of character for the film of what you think, because it's sort of dark and slow. There's like crazy action scenes with really stupid fight choreography.
Yeah.
Like
pointless.
Proper big spins and big kicks and jumps, and at one point he's like on the ground, he gets knocked over by this big guy. He's on the ground and he does like one of those back where you like flex your back and kick yourself up.
Yeah.
But he just goes like straight into the air.
He kicks that thing out of his hand.
Yeah.
The thing that he was stealing.
Yeah, that was it.
Because he like jumps through the window. The bad guy jumps through the window and fucking takes him out.
Loads of really weird, crazy action scenes. Doesn't that guy? The fight then escalates. The guy gets like shot twice or something.
Yeah.
But he's like, I don't know. He's like a monster or something.
Oh no! Just what resorted to the shooting was as well. Just before, as they were running away from him, he like twists the cop's arm as he's running towards him, and then takes his gun and runs off. And then the bad guy like knocks the cop out. Yeah, and it's like, what the fuck?
Like, say like the cops would be all over this guy. He just assaulted an officer, stole his weapon, and has run off.
It's like, I'm guaranteed that the whole police force would be on this guy.
There's no repercussions for Christian Slater.
There's no, you don't hear any sirens.
He's always at the scene of every like murder/crime as well.
Yeah,
he's always there. How has he not been brought in? But yeah, there's talking of the bad guy in this. He's sort of this weirdly old, weirdly like British bad guy, and we're introduced to him as he's like bringing up artifacts from like an old submerged shipwreck or something. One of the things he brings up is this massive coffin, and he's like, "I've been waiting 20 years to open this."
And he doesn't look very excited.
No, he doesn't either. I couldn't give a shit.
Yeah.
Takes his time getting down there to bust it open, you know. And me and Tomo were just cracking up the whole time.
Yeah, because it was like, don't break a leg there. You're not in any
he's gonna
rush,
go off.
like...
He's gonna have a bit of lunch. Yeah.
I'll open it later.
So his acting was pretty bad. I can't tell if that accent was fake. It may have been. It sort of sounded fake.
Yeah, it did.
There was a scene shortly after this where it seemed that these like sleeper agents
were like activated,
but like not like specially trained agents. They've got like some sort of weird
spine implant
which
creature
makes them, I don't know,
controls them.
They all, these four guys,
like bad zombies or something.
Yeah, they like get out of their bed, start walking through town, and they're like smashing into people and stuff. We wrote down this one guy as just being shoulder barge guy.
Oh, that was so funny. Just as he's walking down the street, the guy is just like possessed. He's just like walking on this path.
Yeah.
And then the guy is walking towards him. And he like shoulder barge just gets the sleeper agent guy who like shoulder barged the crap out of that guy. And
it's just a normal dude walking down the street, like smack.
And then the guy just carries on, and I'm just like, mate, why didn't you just move to the side? If you saw someone walking towards you, why would you both stay in the same direction, same like pathway?
Especially someone who looks like they might be trouble. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like get out, just
wearing their pajamas late at night on the path. That just seems a bit dodgy.
Just step out of the way, you know. But no, slam straight down. We just thought that was hilarious as well.
Yeah, that was funny. Because he slammed the guy, and then the guy just carried on walking like normal.
You said that Tara Reid, at the beginning of this, you said, like, bad acting. It was bad, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You're introduced to her, she's like a scientist character or something.
See, the initial thing for her is, when I look at her character, I just feel like she's probably like a porn actress. She literally just looks like a porn actress.
Yeah, you said that.
She just shouldn't be acting unless she's doing porn. Like, that should be she's got that grade of acting.
She's basically one of those actresses, though, that basically just stars in a film as herself, and they like hire her so they can say Tara Reid is in this, but they know that she's not mega.
Yeah.
It's just sort of, I don't know, I think it's like become a thing.
Yeah.
It's almost like she's always...
It's like a bandwagon jumping thing.
Yeah, she always plays like a parody of herself, pretty much. Because it seems like she can't really act. I mean, there may be a video out there or a film or something where she's really good in it, but I haven't seen it. So.
Yeah, I haven't.
But then we thought that she was crap, but then we also thought that like everyone was crap.
Yeah, everyone else was rubbish as well. Yeah,
everyone's acting was pretty bad. And this wasn't supposed to be a bad film. You know, they made this to be a great film.
Obviously, hence the budget of 20 million.
There's a scene where there's a really stupid security guard who, at this point, our main character, Christian Slater, and Tara Reid, they're sort of gone to like a library or a museum or something. The power then shorts out. The security guard, who's been asleep after speaking to them like a minute ago.
A minute before, yeah.
He wakes up to all the screens and all the lights flickering and stuff. And I was thinking, you know, as a security guard on normal night on the job, you see this happening, what would you do? You'd go, you know, I would go check out the sort of the electrics and whatnot. This guy gets up and immediately starts being like, hello? Really scared, as if, you know, he doesn't know what he's doing.
As if he's just like, someone here, and it's like, mate, it's probably the electrics. Like, that'd be your first instinct in reality.
And that's quite a long scene of this dude just walking around really slowly to like build the tension. But it was lost on us because we were just still being like, what are you doing, mate? Like,
yeah, and then right after, he just dies.
Yep. Really gruesome death, I wrote down
the
for
creature, like, impales him. It, like, what was it? Like, grabs the back of his head and then, like, stabs its, like, mouth through his fucking face.
Lifts him up and then, straight through his face. Yeah, a lot of really gruesome deaths in this, which was kind of, I don't know, contrasting with the rest of it, because the rest of it was almost like a comedy.
Yeah.
Like, we were laughing so much at some of it. There was a lot of really janky CGI in it, a lot of janky CGI, but there was one shot that I wrote down because I thought it was really cool, and it was a scene when our heroes are just getting attacked. I think it's later on in that same scene we were talking about with the security guard.
Yeah.
But there's these creatures which are basically like, I don't know, like big dog scorpion things, but they can go invisible. And there's just a really short shot of one of them jumping from sort of glass display thing to another.
And smashing it.
But it's see-through, so you can see everything. You know, you can't see the actual creature.
You just see everything smashing around.
Yeah, I thought it was really good.
Yeah, that was cool.
I think that was probably like a blend of CG with practical.
Yeah.
That was done well. Unfortunately, the rest of it like really wasn't to that.
Yeah, the rest of it let it down.
Standard. It wasn't great.
It was terrible.
There was a pretty cool like gadget scene, almost like James Bondy. Wasn't there?
Yeah, with the special bullets.
Yeah, so they go and speak to this one guy, and he's like, you know, the only way to kill these things is with this, and this is your latest bullet. It contains this and this, which is going to stop them. Also, have this, a flashlight, which they don't like.
Oh, yeah, it's like they said it's been set to a certain voltage or something that they don't like, light-wise.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, mate, that's just a normal flashlight.
Yeah, you said that.
And what I don't get is, how does he have this gear so quickly and know exactly how to, like, that this works?
Straight away, yeah.
It's
They've
like,
known about this threat for like 15 minutes.
Yeah, it's like, how does he know about this already?
Yeah. But kind of cool scene.
Yeah, because obviously he's got to get his gear.
Talking of like gear and stuff, I wrote down that obviously this film being a 2005 film, it's got like mad 2000s like fashion and style and stuff in it. A lot of the outfits were really proper 2000s-y. There was one scene that was really weird where Tara Reid's character, fully dressed up, just goes to Christian Slater's house like early morning while he's still asleep.
And just
lets
sits
herself
down
in
at his table.
Yeah, like she lets herself in. She goes. She sits down. She walks in, and then she like basically just gets into bed with him.
Yeah, and they just bang.
And this proper like sexy music comes in, but that comes in long before they actually bang.
Yeah, it's like a massive like. Takes ages.
So it's sort of like, what the heck, you know?
So what the fuck's going on?
This is a really... It's trying to make you like get into this scene, but like, nah, it's just so bad.
It's like, what the fuck? No, I don't want to watch this.
Yeah, exactly.
Please turn it off. Please spare my eyes.
But yeah, so that was kind of crap.
Yeah, absolutely.
I wrote down the spine creatures.
Oh, that's creepy. That is.
I think at one point a dude gets held down.
Oh yeah, it was the old scientist guy, the old professor.
Oh, okay.
And he's in the house, and then the guy who was silenced by his like boss about not speaking, about basically if he finds anything in the investigation that's like against him, then like don't say anything about it. And then he goes home, and then he's like, lights turn off in his house.
Yeah, this is the guy who was sort of our character's inside man to the like some sort of special division,
forces, or something.
Some sort of special
intelligence,
division.
yeah. And like as soon as he like the lights turn off, he goes around, investigates, sees that his wife's like dead on the floor.
Oh yeah.
And then he goes over, he's like, "Oh my god!" And he does not even seem that bothered.
Yeah.
His emotion is terrible.
Yeah.
And then like he gets like choked out by the old guy.
Oh, he does, yeah.
And as soon as he's getting choked out, the old guy like grabs that spine creature, puts it in his mouth, and it's like, what the fuck?
It was very. Do you remember the first Matrix?
Yeah.
With the creature thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
I thought it reminded me of that.
Yeah, that was weird.
But yeah, this thing like latches onto your spine and sort of just controls you, doesn't it?
Like apparently it taps into your nerves as well, so you can't actually feel pain and stuff.
And he makes that guy then his slave.
Yeah.
His eyes like sort of gloss over and makes him his slave, and eventually makes him end up kill someone.
Yeah. He blows them up with the grenade.
Himself, yeah. There was this really weird, which was obviously made to be really cool, action scene in this where all of a sudden the cameras, it all goes really dark, and there's lots of like contrasting black and white shots of like army guys in a dark room just spraying down at these creatures.
Yeah. While
this really like metal heavy song plays, like it was screamo metal.
It's proper full on like.
Yeah. And it went on for probably like a minute and a half. It was quite a long little scene.
Yeah, it was a cool scene though.
Well, I was going to ask you about that. Did you think that
It was
cool?
like, it was cool, but all of the stunts and CG in it was just so bad.
See, I think that
I just liked it because it was just like, hell yeah, metal. It was cool. It was interesting.
I think that probably goes too far for me. It's almost like too try hard. Like it was trying to be
a badass
trying
thing.
to be badass, yeah, and it just went overboard to the point where it's then lame.
Yeah.
So I didn't like that.
No.
I thought, well, it's going on for ages as well. It was long.
Yeah.
The army men, speaking of them, a lot of their costumes was crap.
Yeah, we're going to mention that when you mentioned about for a 2005 film, I was about their outfits.
Yeah.
I was going to mention that about the armor. It's like, it's literally like skateboard, like padding gear, and
It was some sort of weird, almost like muscle sculpted, padded chest thing.
Yeah, and then it was like the helmets were like skateboard helmets.
You
like
could tell it was
BMX helmets.
The cheapest. What are they called? Bucket style.
I think
cheapest
so.
Helmet you see for a BMX.
Most generic from like 2012 onward.
And all they'd done is basically put like a little visor on it.
I'll say for longer than that, man. Yeah.
Pretty rubbish, but I guess we were saying at the time, you need to make a lot of them. You got to do it cheap, and they're not going to be in the front of all the shots and things. They're going to be in the background, so they can get away with things like that.
Yeah.
But you do notice it. It's not that great. There was a cool shot you said, where the main bad guy, who is still this little like old English man, he's like unleashing these beasts because he has been injecting himself with the blood of them.
No,
So it's sort of given him strength and maybe the ability to control them, but at least they don't attack him anyway.
Yeah, I think it's like he's injecting himself and he's like basically made himself like the leader.
Yeah.
He's like basically took the blood of them all and pretty much like gained all their like trust basically.
Yeah, that's why
he's part of them.
But he didn't seem to be crazy powerful.
No, he was like, I did think that scene was cool when he was up in the forest area.
Yeah.
And he was just there, and he just like moved his arms. He released his arms, and his fucking
They came running past him.
Past it. Like that'd feel awesome.
So while he's doing that, the rest of our cast, Christian Slater and like a couple of other side characters, one of which is a guy who's an absolute douche at the beginning.
Oh yeah.
And he has a full like redemption arc, and he ends up being a pretty solid
hero.
character. Yeah.
Ish.
For them, our film turns into a properly like Indiana Jones action adventure film.
Yeah.
It was
Oh
weird.
yeah, that bit when they were going climbing down and rappelling down that
And,
like shaft area, and there was a fucking piece that appeared above that started falling down.
yeah, there were like temples, there were like idols and things they needed to get. It was weird.
Yeah.
It was
But
just
there was
sort of
like that. It
what's
was that
going
long
on?
cave, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Where all the creatures kept going, and they had a perimeter outside of loads of people.
Yeah, so that's it. You learn that the main villains, and correct me if I'm wrong, people, but if you've played the game, I thought that the main villains of the game like came from hell or something, but
I don't know.
in the film, it's revealed that the creatures just live in these huge cavernous holes underground, basically.
Yeah.
But not that far underground.
No,
Like-
that wasn't even that far.
Like
really.
1 or 2 floors down. It's weird.
Yeah.
They go in a lift, but they're going down for like a couple of seconds.
Yeah.
So that's sort of one of the twists in the film. There then is this massive battle sequence where it's almost like they know what time they're going to meet on the battlefield, kind of thing. They both assemble at the same times and start shooting. Of course, these monster things are just tearing through people.
Oh yeah.
There's so many gruesome deaths.
Yeah.
Of people getting absolutely... One dude, a monster just walks up to him. He doesn't really bother shooting. He just then gets his like whole side torn off.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh.
And he just dies immediately.
Yeah, which was weird.
And there was the funniest bit.
What's that? Was it the guy running back with the bomb?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was kind of stupid. I mean,
Because what we forgot to mention just before that, the old guy, when they're all three of them are down in the cave, they realise that that's the area where his orphanage used to do like those tests on him.
Oh yeah.
And experiments on them.
I
when
remember.
they were younger, and they find his nameplate.
Yeah.
And then the old guy appears after they find the door and the key, but then they need the extra part that the old guy had, and he holds them at gunpoint, attaches the bottom bit to the key, then puts the key to the door, and then as he's about to open the door, he like throws a knife, like the doucher character throws a knife at the old bad guy, and like hits him straight in the center, and he dies immediately.
Perfect shot straight to the chest. Guy sprays up in the air and goes down. Yeah, that was just before they get the door open.
And then the door opens, and then it goes in, and it's just like, what the fuck? I felt like I was in Minecraft.
He ends up basically like sacrificed himself because for some reason the signal thing for the C4 doesn't work, so he has to go and set it off manually. So he blows himself up. Our heroes get out, and they basically find out that while they've been down there, so I don't know how long this is, but the city has been evacuated. And you can tell the filmmaker probably managed to clear out like 2 blocks or something, or like a block at a time in different areas. And they were just making the most of all these abandoned city shots. So many shots of our characters just standing in the middle of the road for some reason, looking around. Like that's what you do in an abandoned... You wouldn't just stand in the middle of the road looking around.
No, absolutely not.
What was it you said?
Go to the bank, go to the bank or something.
Yeah, go looting.
Have fun.
No, you shouldn't do that. But
don't recommend it.
Yeah. So sort of over the top use, which ruined it.
Yeah, really. And then oh my god, the worst bit after that.
What's that?
They were walking down the street, and then it was like teasing you.
Oh yeah,
it was teasing you, and it was about to be like the creature that appear.
Yeah,
and it was like you couldn't. It was from their eyes, the creature's eyes, so you could see the from on the front of. You couldn't see the character, but you could see it making its way towards them.
Of whatever was chasing them, and as soon as it was about to get to Christian Slater, who turns around is like, oh,
and it cuts off as he's about to get attacked, and I'm just like, did they die?
Credits roll. And
this cliffhanger must be another
one. Tomo said, "Oh, let's let the credits roll. I want to see who was in this."
Yeah.
So we sort of sat back thinking about the movie a little bit. Let the credits roll. Sometimes people have got funny names. It's not nice to make fun of people and things, but sometimes people got some amusing
humorous names. Yeah.
And Tomo immediately saw one, and what was it you said?
It was like Tittle.
Yeah, and he was like, "Huh, Tittle, huh." We then
just
noticed,
above that.
Yeah, right above that was someone called Max Wanko.
Max Wanko.
What a great name.
What a great last name, Wanko. Welcome to the Wanko family.
What a great name. I mean, not to take the piss, but hilarious.
Yeah. Great name.
We had to then go back and watch the Titley Wanko credits.
That was funny.
It was good. But that was basically that film, man.
Yeah, man.
I think that was a fairly solid choice.
Yeah, that was a good choice.
Because
it was a mixture.
It was bad. That's a good choice from you, man.
Hell yeah.
It was bad. I didn't massively enjoy it.
No.
Couple of scenes and things were alright, but as we said, I think it's time for ratings, dude. There's not really much after that.
Absolutely, man. I'm already ready to give my rating.
Go for it then, bro.
I'm going to give it a 4.
Okay. Yeah.
Terrible acting.
Yeah.
Terrible CG. And it was just like a generic story.
Yeah, I get you. And I think, to be fair, you're pretty much... I was going to say you're pretty much spot on with a 4, but I think it probably deserves... I probably would give it a 2.
Yeah.
Like,
damn.
Not to be like what the critics or whatnot say, but like, I think it probably deserves a 2 because, yeah, the acting was really bad. A lot of the CG and stuff like that was also really bad. The story was all over the place. Like you say, one minute they're running through New York from demons, the next minute they're running through like temples from like God knows what.
Yeah.
There were weird creatures, there were like zombie creatures, there were tough ones. I didn't know what was going on for half of it.
Yeah, that was confusing, that bit.
There were a couple cool things like we said, but yeah, ultimately I think it gets a 2 from me.
It's a good rating.
It's not going to get much more than that.
Yeah.
You should watch it though, if you want. Check it out, and let us know what you think of it. Send an email to dudewhatpodcast@gmail.com. Let us know what you thought of the film, or suggest other films for us to watch. That would be cool if you did.
Absolutely.
Check out our Instagram at Dude What Podcast. We try and put the same pictures up every single week, but you know, we're just on there. So I don't know how you message people on that, but tag us in something or
DMs.
If you want to message us or something on there. We still don't have a Facebook, but we are.
And we can work that out.
Yeah, you can listen to us on every platform. I think now, pretty much everywhere. We're even on the iHeartRadio, which is the American one. I don't even think you can get that in our country.
Nice.
But we're on that, and that's like one of the biggest streaming things at the moment. So yeah, we're on there. We're everywhere. Speakpipe.com/dudewhat podcast. Send us a voice message, as Tomo said earlier. It's like sending us like an answer phone message, but it's cool. And if you say something cool, we'll feature you, which would also be cool.
Absolutely, yeah. That'd be great. That'd be cool.
Anyway, man, I think we have come to the end of another episode of Dude What Podcast. It's been cool.
Yeah, it's been a good episode.
I'm stuck saying cool, dude.
Yeah, it's cool. Just roll with it. And now you got me saying it.
I've really enjoyed it.
Absolutely.
I'm really glad that I managed to come down this time because
I'm glad you did. Because when he said you failed the MOT, I was like, what?
And also, I think that we might not be able to do it for a couple of weeks.
Possibly.
Which is unfortunate.
Yeah.
But you shouldn't notice because we're good.
Yeah, man.
So it should be no disruption. Or at the time of listening to this, actually, it probably will be it'll be past.
Yeah.
So everything's fine, everybody.
Yeah,
no need to worry at all. Everything's
no problem.
Good. Yep. Haha, we already did it.
Yeah.
It's always like Bill and Ted, isn't it? You seen Bill and Ted?
Yeah.
Where they then they do the time thing. It's like, maybe I left the keys here and it's there and stuff. Sorry, getting majorly sidetracked, everybody. Watch Bill and Ted. It's fantastic films.
Absolutely.
Anyway, I've been Harry Dowling.
And I've been Tomo.
And this has been Dude What Podcast. Dude What?
We hope you enjoyed this episode. You can visit our Instagram account at Dude What Podcast. That's DUDEWUT Podcast. And you can also email us at dudewhatpodcast@gmail.com. That's DUDEWUT Podcast@gmail.com. See you next time. Dude, what?